All right, good morning, you guys. My name is Melanie Shipps out of Indianapolis, Indiana. And I am super excited to get into some income producing activities. And so, what I want to bring you this morning is some prompts, I think, to really get us into activity. And so, if you guys have been on with me for the last 2 weeks, they've changed up my Power Hour format, and it's primarily to get you guys into activity so that we all feel like we're doing something. We're getting into people's inboxes. We're starting conversations, which is, connecting with people. I shared last week that we do a connect, then we invite, and then we share and follow up. Okay. And so that's cyclic, and you're going to be doing that 70% of the time all right. And then I had shared on the screen some examples of how to invite and how to get people to look at a resource or a tool. All right. And then each week, I want to make sure that you realize that I'm going to give you an example of an income producing activity that you can do in your business that's going to get you a win. So the biggest thing is you're walking away from these hours with a win. All right. Some of you might have heard of 553. That's where you're connecting with 5 people. You're inviting 5 people to take a look at Savvy, and then you are following up with 3 people. All right. So we're going to continue to do that week after week after week. That's going to create momentum in your business. And if you continue to show up on Power Hours, whether it's mine or it's any of these amazing leaders that are leading these Power Hours, I want to encourage you that by staying close to the fire, you truly are going to feel that connection, not only with the Savvy community, but it's going to give you a space where you can also ask questions. All right. So before we start the activity, what I love to do is just get into that power pose. And we're going to set our timer for 2 to 3 minutes. I have the prompt on the screen, and I want you to read through that. You can either do that out loud if you have your little ones or your family still sleeping. I understand if you're not shouting this out at the rooftop, but in my mind, when I do these, I really am believing that I am a champion, that I am a warrior and a survivor, that I am a change maker, and that I am unstoppable, I'm undefeatable, and I can do this. I'm going to stay close to the fire, and that is our community, our Power Hours, whatever it is, you are staying close to that fire weekly. I'm learning that this is a skill set. I'm going to get better each day. I am winning, and I will hit my goals. We're right here at the end of month end. We have a full week for you to be able to do that. So believe that that's available to you. Declare that, and that you are here to serve. And today we're going to be talking about a nurture sequence that you can do to serve. All right. We're always in the serving capacity. All right. And then I want you to say in your heart that I'm about to bless someone's life today. I have something that can bring value to their life. Because you're a magnetic person, energetic and excited, those people are going to be attracted to what I have to say. I cannot wait to see who is the first to respond to my message today. And then I can't wait for this exercise to end so I can start making a huge impact in someone's life. All right. All right. So just a few reminders. I like to do this. We're going to have a lot of new people. I know the Power Hour leaders we're meeting tonight actually to really talk about the future of Power Hours and how we can be bringing more of you to these. And so we're going to be seeing a lot of new faces. We're going to be building that momentum. So as you are getting into activity and as you are building your teams, you're going to have new affiliates and brand partners joining you. And one of the things you want to do is invite them to these Power Hours. All right. To just be respectful of people's time, be thoughtful when you speak and let the host, but make sure you understand you can ask questions at any time in that chat. You want to make sure your audio is muted. And then, we're here to invite, share, and follow up. So this is your time that you're going to get to build your business. So feel free to drop any questions in the chat, and we're here to serve as a community. So if I can't get to that question and answer it as I'm presenting and prompting you guys through your activities, we have an awesome community where you guys jump in and you can also share that answer. All right. So in this Power Hour, again, it's 60 minutes. I do my speaking prompt, like I'm going to do prompts throughout the Power Hour instead of front loading. The Power Hour, where typically we would do 15 minutes of like some type of training. I'm going to be doing that periodically through the hour so that you guys can be working as we go. All right. Again, Power Hours are intended to connect with 5 new people on your list, invite 5 people on your list to take a look at Savvy. You're going to share a resource with 3 people, and you're going to follow up. So you're going to continue that conversation to serve them, help them take that next step in the process. Okay, so Before we get started, we all know that we can bless people with birthday messages. And so that's a really good way to get into people's inboxes. And I hit up about 5 to 10 people every single day by doing birthday messages. And what that can look like, I have that prompt on the screen. So if you've never done these before, remember you can go on your phone, you can type up in that search bar birthday, and the birthday icon will pop up. You're going to see that teal icon that says birthdays. Click on it, and you're going to see a long list of all of those birthdays. What you want to do is make sure you're clicking on the little circle that takes you into Messenger so that you can create that conversation there. You can post something on their timeline if you have a great relationship with them, or maybe you have a picture you took personally with them recently. Feel free to go and do that over there as well and give them some love. All right. So for purposes of a birthday message, you can either do a belated message. You might have noticed you missed a friend's birthday yesterday. That's not a problem. Or if it's their birthday today, you can send that birthday message. And the way that can look, and you can see on a screen here with my girlfriend, I had done a happy birthday, a belated birthday message, but it could sound like this. Happy birthday, Suzanne. Wishing you the best on your special day and celebrating you. Do you have anything fun planned today? All right. Our goal is to get into conversation and make that connection and build relationships. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and take the next 5 minutes and go ahead and do those birthday messages. And right now we're focused primarily on Facebook. We're going to get into Instagram here in just a second. All right, we're going to take about 1 more minute on the birthday messages. All right, we're going to go ahead and move to that is Instagram. We're going to pop over there. We're going to look at likes, followers, people who have commented on your posts. And so what you can do is go ahead and pop open Instagram. I got something really fun I'm going to be teaching you today. So if you want to learn a little tutorial, this is a new feature that was added. Just stay tuned here for just a second. All right, so what I love to do is I come over to Instagram, and as you are posting, all right, you want to make sure that you're trying to post on your social media platforms at least once a day. And when you do, you want to make sure that you are nurturing relationships, right? You're building relationships. You want to comment. You want to look at all of the likes that you received. Maybe you're receiving some new followers on your Instagram accounts. You're going to want to nurture those relationships as well. So if you are getting some new interest on your feeds, what do you have in common with them? So oftentimes I'll go over to their page. I'll look to see what I have in common with them. And then I will make a note. I actually have collections that I've created on Instagram where I can take their picture and I will put that into a collection. And we did that last week, where you can then put them into a collection. I named mine Savvy Prospect. And then if I do have some time where I can work, I can go over to that collection. It'll prompt me to remember the people that I want to start to connect with. And then I'll go over to their Instagram page and I'll do a little bit of scrolling to see if they have any new posts. And it's there where I will comment, like, and or I will get into their stories and I'll create some sort of connection. Okay. All right, so if they do like your post, some of the language that I have on the screen that you could use is, thank you for liking my post. And then just talk about what that post was about. And then you can always ask an open-ended question about that post, all right? So that's gonna look different for so many different scenarios. That's a nice prompt for you to start to create conversations with people that have, come over and liked your post, all right? So on the next slide, what we're going to do is I want to show you a feature. This was actually just added to Instagram in December. So as you're on your phone, in the upper right-hand corner, you're going to see that heart icon, right here. Okay. And you can see right here, anyone that's followed you as of recent. Okay. You're going to see that blue box and it says follow. What you can do is you can go over into their private message feed and you can send a message and it could say something like, hey, Alyssa, thank you so much for following me. Super excited to connect through here and to get to know each other. All right, just an example of something that you can say. So let's just take a second and see if you have any new likes and or comments and or followers. Now, as you've clicked on that heart, something else that I do want to mention to you is, and I need to add this little, I'm going to add to my presentation so you guys can actually visually see what I'm talking about, is when someone comments on your post, okay, you're going to see, and I don't know if you can see this, but you're going to see a long list of anyone that's connected with you. And if they have commented, it would say, for example, you know, JJ Stark commented, I love these and us. And right underneath her comment is a little heart, and then there's a reply. Okay. So I have learned through some recent Instagram training that in order to start to create those connections, and it really helps with the algorithm, is I could go through here and just click the heart. Just go through every single person that liked my post and commented and just click on the heart and show them love. And then later today, I could come back and then I could reply. I could click reply and be like, I could say something like, I love them too. Love you. And so then I can come back and I can reply to their comment on my post. So that's just going to bump my post back into the algorithm and hopefully keep it on the newsfeed so more of my followers can see it. So I just wanted to mention that so that as you're going through and replying to the comments, that feature's there, and you can come back to, it's almost like a two-step approach, is loving on it first, and then you can come back and then reply to that comment at a different time. Yeah, honey. Okay, I'm going to move to the next screen just to show you the filter notifications. And so as you guys are working through your comments, you're loving on people and you're replying to those comments. Another thing that you can do is in the upper right-hand corner, you can click on filter and you're going to see that button. And when you click on it, you're going to have some options that show up on the screen. And so the new feature is where you can filter for those notifications, and those notifications are divided into two sections. You're going to see categories and you're going to see account types. You're going to filter down and focus on your replies and comments to increase engagement. So for example, if I wanted to just focus on the people that have followed me in the last week, so that I can get into their inbox and leave that message that I shared on the screen, you can do the filtering here. If you just want to see comments, you can filter comments. If you want to just see tags and mentions, you can do that too. Okay, so that is a new feature, and it is so helpful because when we talk about working this business in the nooks and crannies of time, I do that. I will click, I want to just see my follows, and I might be in parent pickup for my kids, and I might be in the car for maybe 15 minutes, and I can just give 15 minutes of focus time. This is what I'll do. It's so helpful. Okay. All right, so we're going to go to the next screen here, and we want to connect with 5 new people. All right, so as we're getting into our inboxes with people, this is just an example of some connection inviting language that you can use. I've shared this last week. I did it the week before. Feel free to do a screenshot with your phone if you want it. Again, you can get the replay to these power hours, so you can do this at another time. So we're going to take about 5 more minutes, and we're going to connect with people in our inboxes and use these language prompts as just prompts. Okay. You might start to think like, all right, that I remember I contacted Elizabeth just, a couple of weeks ago. I totally forgot about her. And this is another way of getting into her inbox. Maybe you're cleaning out your closet. All right. And you've run across a whole bunch of savvy that you're not wearing anymore because you have so many, you've got so many new pieces. Think about those people that might like to have a sports bra and get it on them, and start that conversation and say, hey, I've been cleaning out some stuff in my closet. I thought about you. And you might have an interest in this, and I know that we're similar sizes. Before I share this with all my friends, I wanted to make sure to loop you in, and it just starts a conversation with some people, and then you never know what that can turn into. Okay, so we're going to take 5 minutes and go ahead back into inboxes and continue those conversations. And remember, on these power hours, it's a lot to do in 1 hour. If there is another conversation you want to nurture more, what I do is take my planner and I just write down their name here, so that at another time when I can give it a little bit more attention and thought around what I want to say, I can come back and do that follow up at a different time. Okay, we're going to take one more minute. Okay, so this next step is we're going to get you into the inviting, sharing, and following up. Okay, so for the next 30 minutes, you guys know so much about, like when you came into Savvy, we really talk about inviting people into this business to take a closer look. We're going to be sharing resources or tools. And a part of the tools and simple systems that we really love to leverage is either our opportunity videos or the ATM page. And there's two, or actually three different pages that you can be a part of, and that I will share on the screen here in just a second. And then we're going to follow up and enroll. Okay. And you will be doing that 70% of the time. Now, on the next screen, this is something different that I just created, and I wanted to share it with you. And this is something that I have been really trying to hone in on and focus this month. And I plan on doing this continuously as I move forward. And so a part of when we're in conversations with people and we're super excited about sharing Savvy, which we are, and we love the clothing, the way that it makes us feel, we love our community. And while we're super excited to get people to feel that and experience that and put them into these ATM pages, something that you should consider doing is making sure that they have created an account, all right, so that they're connected to you. Okay, oftentimes it's easy to just dump them in a page and they don't belong to you. So if you forget that you put them in these pages and they're not connected to you via an account, they could just fall through the cracks and eventually want to try Savvy. And you might be long gone and forgot that you put them in there and you haven't been doing your follow-ups like you should. And they might go and create an account with someone else. So just remember that all of your fruits of your labor, all those steps, a part of that is making sure to create an experience with them and nurturing those conversations. And so the way that that can look is making sure that you're helping set up their account. It's not enough just to say, here's my link, go create an account, right? Because that's easy to do. And while you might be doing that, there's nothing wrong with that, but I encourage you to look at it a little bit different and, create that nurturing and share with them, here's the next step. This is what you're going to do next. You're going to download the Savvy Shop app and you can share, you can do something like this too, is you could create a graphic if you want. And you can share with them that in the upper right-hand corner in your language, you're going to see 3 horizontal lines. You're going to click on it and you're going to create an account. And here is my referral ID. You can create some sort of graphic if you want. And on that graphic could have your referral ID on it. Okay. Then after they create that account, it's not enough to just be done and tell them go shop. Okay. What you can do is, and that there's so much power, and some of you guys might not even know this because there's been so much new information that has come recently, but there's so much power in an account, especially for our customers. And so help them see that in their app and on their account, they do have that shareable link. Right. And that's a customizable shareable link, which is really cool, that if they really do want to go share that and they want their name to be a part of that extension on that hyperlink, that they can go in and they can edit that to be their full name. Okay. It's our job to show them the power of what they have in their hand. It's not just enough to say, hey, by the way, you can share your link and get free clothes. You can get free product credit. Your job is to paint that vision for them. And so what it might look like, the way that I do that, I'll share a scenario of what it looks like for me. I just had a girl sign up as a new customer and create an account. And I walked her through the process. And of course, I have some graphics that I share with her. There's some floating around, and I would be happy to share this as well. But I make sure that they understand, go and download the app. And what you're going to do next is you're going to create your profile, your free profile. You can even say that. Some people get very scared of creating profiles. They think they're going to be attached to something that's going to cost them money. And make sure you're using language like, no, just create your free profile. That's the next step. That's what you need to do to get in here. And when you do that, you're going to get this customizable link. All right. There's no cost for that. They get a customizable link. Okay. It's also going to help them see in the back, when they get product credit, they can see that product credit in the app. So you want them to have an app on their phone if possible. If they tell you they like to do everything on a desktop computer and they just want to manage all of that via the desktop and sign in that way, there's nothing wrong with that. But just make sure that you're offering this option. Okay. And then by sharing that customizable link, show them the power of being able to earn up to $300 of free product credit per month. Okay, that's huge. Simply by wearing the clothing and sharing the clothing with friends and taking their customizable shareable link and sharing it with their friends. And if their friends purchase, they can earn free product credit. What customer do you know that you're talking to that wouldn't love free clothing? Okay, so what we get to do and serve in this capacity and serve and nurture is we're helping them create the account, making sure they understand that link's available to them and how to copy it and how to share it. I do a lot of this in my audio. Okay, and it's fun for them. So all of a sudden they're like, okay, this is super cool. Then the next step is I make sure they understand that the best way to shop truly is the VIP style club. As a customer, the VIP style club. And you guys know that $99, $110 shopping credit, they're going to get 15% off, and they get to share their link. I always add that in there, and you get to share your link. You never know when somebody's going to love your leggings. I promise you they will. That's how I'm growing my business. Okay. So I just wanted to offer that to you. That is an income producing activity that you can do today. You can jot it down on your note. If you can't do that right now, spend, like 30 minutes today and really think about that nurture sequence and what that can look like for you in your messaging. Okay, we're going to go on to the next screen here. And again, we're going to go back to the basics. This is how do you actually invite someone to take a look at your business? And so if you saw this last week, if this is, if you're seeing this again, you can go ahead and, you can mute me at this point if you want, and you can go ahead and start getting into your invitation language. And remember, you guys are complimenting them. You're inviting them to take a look at what you have to offer. What do you have in common with them? Make sure that's always showing up in your conversations, and use the word you as much as you can. Okay, so your goal today is to invite one person to take a look at your business today. And that script is on the screen. I will say it out loud for those of you that cannot see the screen. This is what that script sounds like. Hey, Amy, I've been following you for a while, and I love that you have been starting your running and training for the running season. This is just an example. I see that I see you love to run, and I have something that you might be interested in that goes perfectly with what you already are doing. Are you open to learning more? And you can say something here. I like this little addition. P.S. I too love running, or I too am training for a mini marathon. I too love to work out. And then ask them a question. You always end it with a question. That is the call to action. Right, you're inviting them to answer a question. We're going to take about 5 minutes and get into that invitation language to take a look at the business. Now, if they're interested in Savvy, if they do express some interest, the next step that you can take, or some language that you can use, and you can either type this out or you can use your voice. And I think at this point, when you've established that connection, and when somebody says they're interested, I would challenge you to really start to share your personality, share your passion, get in there and use an audio message. I know it might sound scary, but remember, if you are inviting them to take a look at Savvy and you're inviting them to be your business partner, this is a great way to start connecting via personality and creating that that relationship. Okay. And that language is, I have a quick overview that will walk you through all the ways that you can be a part of Savvy. When do you think you can watch it? Okay. They're going to tell you when they can watch it. And then you can say, great, I will contact you tomorrow morning. And then you always end your comment with a question. Okay. So that's when you're trying to get that commitment of them watching the video. And again, that video, hyperlink on the screen, I did a tinyurl.com/learn savvy. That is right now the video that I'm using. That is Christy Belliston. And I think she does an incredible job. So you can either take a screenshot of that and or write that down. And that's the video that I'm using right now for someone to take a look. And I have them take a look at that before that I put them into an ATM page. That's just the way that I'm doing it. Now, I will tell you that same video is inside of the ATM page. So if you do want to invite them over there, you can tag them on that video. Okay, if you're wanting that language, you can screenshot that. I'm going to go to the next thing here. And remember, at the end of the video, it says, what part are you most interested in? Okay. She asked, what number are you? Are you a 1, 2, or 3? Okay, so your job is to keep asking questions. It's tiny, their interest, not yours. You're making this all about them. Okay, now if they say they want to be an affiliate, if they actually say that they're a number 2, then you can send them a 4-minute affiliate program overview video. And that is of Jackie Pruitt. That's also on the ATM group page. So that is the Lifestyle Co page. And so you can tag them on that video and or find that hyperlink over there. Language on the screen is say, awesome, watch this. It shows you how to get rewarded by being an affiliate and how our affiliate program is different than all of the other affiliate programs out there. All right, I'm glad that I was checking my messages. So I just received a message that there is an information call tonight. And if you guys want to write this down, I'm going to say it out loud. There's an information call tonight. Invite your prospects to a live guest info call that will wow them with special guests, Savvy Director Christy Belliston and Savvy Founder Jennifer Ashby. Tonight, Tuesday, January 25th at 5 p.m. Pacific Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Zoom ID number is 687-295 4788, passcode join. If you want to find that information, it is on the Dream Legacy Team page. I will repeat that again. That meeting ID is 687-295 4788. And the Zoom ID is join. And again, that is 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Okay. So that's pretty cool that you can get somebody into a live call. I got a couple girls I want to get in on that. That's huge. Okay, we're going to keep going here. And don't be afraid to ask questions. You know, you really want to get in their head and see what they're thinking, not assuming. What did you think of the video? What did you think? Is it exciting, right? I'm so excited for you to get started, and then share your where and share link. Okay. Your job is just to take them to the next step, right? Here's what we're going to do next. Take their hand, lock arms with them, say, this is what we're going to do next. Here's my where and share link. It's very simple to get started, takes less than 5 minutes. And you guys, I did go into the back office of Savvy Office in the library. There's an awesome resource. I didn't even know it was there until yesterday. And it is something that corporate put there, and it is screenshot of step by step how to get a customer started, how to get an affiliate started, and how to get a brand partner started. So it shows you exactly what it looks like when they go through the enrollment process. So make sure to go over to your library and share or get that tool, and then take a look at it so that when you're in these conversations with people, you can speak from confidence, like this is what you do next. This is what you're going to see in there. Okay. So big shout out to corporate. They're always providing us resources that we can use. I was really excited to see that in there. Okay. Next. Now, what about the people that have expressed interest in the clothing? So that maybe they watch the video and they're like, I'm a number one, I just want to try the clothing. And so your posture and your stance is going to be of excitement because you know how amazing these clothing are on your own body. And so bring that posturing into your conversations, okay? And don't be shy to share your pictures. Share pictures of some of the things that you love, okay? And so when you're reaching out to people about inviting them to take a look at the clothing, some of that language could sound like, I've always admired your style and how amazing you always look. I have something that you might be interested in. It's a new brand and my new favorite obsession. Would it be okay if I share it with you? And again, make sure to always bring back in what you have in common, and then end it with a question. Okay. Would you like to take a look at my app? That's something I say a lot. Would you like to take a look at my link? All right. So one thing that has really been helpful for a lot of people is this ATM group page. And so again, step one, and I should probably add this here, is make sure they have an account created. That's step one. Step two, what I'm going to do is I'm going to help you, you know, get into this ATM page. And eventually, you know, this is where you can tag them on some pictures of some options that you shared with them. So for example, if they want to be in a sports bra, I love the Sun sports bra, and I love the Femme sports bra. I actually love the River sports bra. I love a whole bunch of them, but I start with the things that I love. Okay. I also make sure that I ask them if I can help them with a fit. Okay. And for some people, they may not need that. For others, they might. And so make sure you're asking those kind of questions. And then if they feel as if they're ready to go, let them know that you're going to send them that friends and family coupon to them once they have those items in their cart. Okay. Create an account, grab what they want, stick it in their cart. And that's when you share your coupon code step by step by step. Okay. And this is where then you can introduce that style club too. I've been using words like, I'm going to activate that coupon for you. Activate creates urgency. I know that we have Share 25. I never put Share 25 out into the world. That is something that is for me only to know, and for them to know as soon as they get to the point they need it. All right, I'm going to leave this on the screen. We're going to work here for about 5 more minutes, just so that you can start to get into those conversations. All right, you guys, on the screen, you're going to see those 3 ATM group pages. Just in case you were not aware, I like to go over this, especially if we have newbies on the call. We do have our ATM group pages. Your lifestyle shop primarily is going to be the one that is really good to get your customers in that are interested in products. The business builders page is the lifestyle co. And then on Instagram, we have the savvypreneurs page. Okay. All right, so the next 2 slides real quick is some language. If you want to take a screenshot, I know we're almost at the top of the hour, but if you want to take a screenshot of the language to invite to the ATM group page, feel free to do that. But here is where we are either typing and or doing a voice message. And you could say, hey, Amy, I would really love to chat with you more about what I'm doing. I'm going to add you to my private customer and or business community page on Facebook, where you can get a feel for who we are, why we're different, and the ins and outs of Savvy. I would love to add you and tag you in a few short fun videos. Are you open to checking it out? Now, I love to do that part in voice because I can it's not so scripted, but I can really speak from my heart. That's where you're going to add them to the ATM page. And remember, just because you put them in the page doesn't mean that they're going to see the notification. So I usually will send that direct link to that community page. Okay. Make sure to get a screenshot of that language if you need it. I'll leave it up there a couple more minutes. I'm sorry, a couple more seconds. And then the last 5 minutes, we're going to really focus on follow-ups. You guys, remember to stay positive. People are going to ghost you. I get ghosted all of the time, even from some of my friends. It sucks. It just does. I think they're going to get this sports brawl. They've seen it in my stories. Nothing. It's okay. All right. You're going to send short reminders. Don't give up. Know what is the best time to connect with your people. Sometimes 6 a.m. in the morning is not the best time. Keep that in mind. Okay. That script could be, hey, Amy, last week, I sent you a link to take a look at my app, and I wanted to follow up to see if you're still interested in pursuing purchasing that river brawl that we had talked about. I'd be happy to show you the simple steps on how to get started. Let me know if you have any questions. Take a screenshot if you need to. And on the last slide that I'm going to leave up for the rest of this power hour is going to be some more follow-up language just to get you in to that creative thinking. Okay. I'm just not seeing all these messages in chat. That's the only downside to sharing my screen is I don't always get to see the chats. I'm sorry about that. I know that we're at the top of the hour. I will do my best to come back over and see if I can check chats. I can tell you that tinyurl.com/learn savvy. I did that on purpose so that you guys could remember what that hyperlink was, because I know it was just challenging for me. So that would be the opportunity call. Someone did have that question. Stephanie, that was your question. And so hopefully that helps you. Just Ferraro, you said something about, does anyone have great language for follow-up to people who had said it was a little too expensive now that we have had some price drops? I would go back to serving them and seeing if Savvy is still on their horizon, or if they're still interested, and let them know that we've established our relationships with our manufacturers, and make it all about that, not about the money. It's very important that you guys know that and you posture that, because we never want to cheapen our brand. I think it's so important that you're not blasting that on social media. I said none of that on social media, because you do not want to attract people that are constantly wanting the cheapest. You just don't want to do that. Remember, you're talking to your ideal clients. You're talking about sharing a premium product that now has a lower price point. And the reason for the lower price point is because we've established our relationships with the manufacturers. And because we've been able to do that, and because we do buy at such a big volume, we're able to get our prices down and pass that savings on to our customers. That's how I say it. And I wanted to make sure to loop you into that, because I know you were so excited about grabbing those Solus leggings. And that new price is, which by the way, the Solus leggings, that new price is like mind blowing. Did you guys notice that? If you have never tried Solus, go get your Solus, because the pricing is incredible. I think I've answered all the questions here. I really hope that these power hours are helping you to get into activity. I hope the language is helping you. I definitely want to continue to teach you guys. I have so many things that I would love to teach, but I think for terms of simplicity, I think we would all agree that on our power hours, we're doing the best that we can to get into income producing activities, getting into people's message boxes and helping them and nurturing that conversation and serving. And in the end, you guys are going to have really happy customers, and you're going to have a thriving team, because you've always put their interests before yours. Okay. And so I just want to thank you guys for being on here. Again, we're going to be back here at 9 a.m. this morning. And I can't wait to see you guys next Tuesday. So again, let's have a great week. Have an awesome month end. You be very encouraged. It's only the 25th today. We still have a full week of getting into activities to really hit those goals. And so if you guys are running for Mexico, you can do it. You do get those double points. Keep that in mind. So do not give up. I have seen people blow up their businesses in the last week because they got laser focused, they got intentional, and they served their community. They served their customers. Okay. So I encourage you to run, keep running, and stay close to the fire. All right. Allison, I'm going to pass this over to you. If you guys want to stay on and continue to work, she's going to stay on for you and keep this screen open. And I'm going to stop the recording here. Forgot to do that.